I'm Ankita Pokharel. In today's video, we'll do two reading sections on hobbies and interests, and in the grammatical part, we shall learn about the use of like, love, and hate alongside ing forms of the verb. Let's begin the class now.
Alright everyone, let's begin with our first reading section of this unit, and it's all about hobbies and interests. We're learning about Mary, a girl. Let's see what are her hobbies and interests. Mary has a lot of hobbies and interests. She usually gets up early so she can run before work. She doesn't often have time to ski, but she occasionally goes on Saturdays during the winter. Mary often rides a horse at a stable near her home. She sometimes goes after work, but she usually goes horseback riding on Sundays. She loves music. She always goes to the temple on Wednesday evenings. She doesn't have much extra money, so she rarely goes to concerts in the city. She seldom watches TV because she likes doing things outside. She usually goes to the gym if it's raining outside. She isn't often alone because she has a lot of friends. She occasionally does something alone, but she usually does her activities with one of her friends. She is a happy woman. So here we got to know many things that Mary does. There are many interests and hobbies that are bound within Mary. Now let's go to the exercises and try to solve them. So here we can see there are questions given and options provided. We need to choose and write the correct answer. Why does Mary usually get up early? So what's the answer? The correct answer is she gets up early so she can run before work. Number A. The correct answer is number A. How often does she ski? So when we refer to the text, we get to know that she doesn't often have time to ski, but she occasionally goes on Saturdays during the winter. So the answer is number 2. When does she usually go horseback riding? She usually goes horseback riding on Sundays. Number 3. How often does she go to concerts in the city? She never goes to the concerts because she doesn't have much extra money. So the correct answer is number 3. Let's go to number E. How often does she watch TV? So what had we read in the text? Do you remember? The text said that she seldom watches TV. So the correct answer is number 2. What does she usually do if it's raining? What does she do? She goes to the gym. Number 2 again. Now, the next text is about Megan. The title is A Creative Hobby. Let's read about her. Megan Yates is a typical British teenager. She goes to school from Monday to Friday. She usually does her homework before dinner and she often goes out with her friends at the weekend. Her friends like listening to music and playing computer games, but Megan has got a creative hobby. She loves cooking. Megan would like to enter the Young Chef of Britain competition. The competition is for young people who are between 11 and 17 years old. They need to cook a complete meal for 2 people. The menu needs to be healthy and the food can't cost more than £15. The first prize is a trip to Italy to learn about Italian cooking and food. At the moment, Megan is practicing for the competition in the kitchen. She's cooking for her family. The main course is paella, which is a Spanish rice dish. She is also making carrot cake with ice cream. So here we got to know about Megan Yates and her hobby. What's her hobby? Yes, her hobby is really creative. She loves cooking and she is also going to enter the Young Chef of Britain competition. Now let's see what exercises we have following. So do you see some text on the screen? Yes, you need to write true or false for the given statements. Let's try doing it. Megan usually does her homework in the evening. Does she do her homework in the evening? Yes, she usually does her homework before dinner and she often goes out with her friends at the weekend. That's what we had read. So the statement is true. Let's write it down. Number B. Megan likes listening to music. Does she like listening to music? Yes. The statement is true again. The Young Chef of Britain competition is only for British young people. No, it's not specifically mentioned if it's for British young people. It's just mentioned it's for young people who are between 11 and 17 years old. So the statement is false. The competitors have to cook a meal for a family. Do they need to cook a meal for a family? They actually need to cook a complete meal for 2 people. So the statement is false again. Each competitor can spend £15 or more. No, they cannot spend more than £15. Hence, this statement is false. The prize is to learn more about Italian cooking in Britain. So what's the prize that the winner would be receiving? The prize is a trip to Italy to learn about Italian cooking and food. Right? So it's a trip to Italy. It's mentioned Britain here, hence the statement is false. Alright, so we have an assignment. It's assignment time, guys. Here are 4 questions on your screen. You need to go back to the text, reread it, and answer the given question. This one's your assignment. So here is an exercise related to verbs. We just need to add something before the verbs given in the bracket, and to the verbs we are going to add ing. Let's see, I'll do a few and you will get the clue of how do we need to do it. The old lady, the verb given in the bracket is walk long distances. Now if we are talking about likes and dislikes, how would we say it? We would say either the old lady likes or doesn't like, right? So let's write likes. The old lady likes walking long distances. The baby watch cartoons. So again, what do? The baby likes, we add ing to the given verb. The baby likes watching cartoons. Students read, the verb is read, English. So students, do they like reading English? Yes, students like reading English. The workmen, what do? Do they like working a lot? Yes, they love their profession. So we write the workmen like working a lot. Ali. So here's a hint given, like and ask. So we write Ali likes asking others for their money. Not a good habit, Ali. C. Go swimming every Saturday. C. Let's write doesn't here. Doesn't like going swimming every Saturday. Manu. Nobody likes visiting doctors. So maybe Manu doesn't like it too. Manu doesn't like visiting doctors. Christina likes caring flowers in the garden. So this is all about this exercise and we are done and dusted. So students, we are going to get some tips to write an engaging and well-structured paragraph on the topic My Hobby today. I'm only going to provide you with the things in brief and then you'll have to write an impressive paragraph on the topic given. Okay, so please be attentive and take a note of what are the things to be used or to be taken care of when we write down a paragraph on the topic My Hobby. First and foremost, we begin with an introduction. So what do we write here? You start by introducing your hobby. Next thing you do is you need to explain why you chose this hobby and how it became important to you. So this is the most basic part. What could you write here? My favorite hobby is, let's say, painting. My favorite hobby is painting. I discovered my love for colors and art when I was a child, and it has been a source of joy ever since. This is how you begin in the introductory part. Next thing you do is you need to describe your hobby. Here, you got to explain what you do as part of your hobby. Next, you may also highlight any specific tools, skills, or techniques involved. For example, you could say, describing the same hobby as we did in the introductory paragraph, you could say, I enjoy experimenting with colors and pens, so I usually paint landscapes and I love trying out new techniques to improve my skills. This is how you could describe your hobby. Here we're explaining what we do as part of our hobby. Next thing, the next point, you have to explain its benefits. Mention how this hobby helps you. You could say painting helps me relax and express my creativity. It also gives me a sense of accomplishment when I finish a piece of art. Isn't it beautiful explanation? Yes, this is how you write an impressive paragraph. So, you next need to add a personal touch, any where you can share a memorable experience related to hobby. And lastly, of course, we need a concluding thing, right? So, before we move to what we can write in conclude, let me explain a bit about what you can write in number 4, a personal touch. Maybe you can write about a memory that you had gathered about your hobby. Last year, I participated in a local art exhibition and won first prize for my painting of a sunrise. So, what could you further say? You could say, this motivated me to practice even more. This is how you add a personal touch. Now, let's not get delayed and get into the last point, and that's concluding thoughtfully. Here, you need to end with a summary of why this hobby is special to you. So, with these tips, you can create a wonderful paragraph about your hobby. Okay, so are we ready to write a paragraph on my hobby? I guess with the tips you have just learned, it's going to be easy for you to write a paragraph on the topic my hobby, and this one is your assignment. How did your class go today? If you have any suggestions or feedback, feel free to reach out to us at learning@dearwalk.edu.np. See you in the next class with another lesson. Thank you.